2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this, our 102nd episode of the Good Morning Guys podcast, thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we discuss the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and play. I'm one of your hosts, the biggest fail guy in Fall Guys and Brazilian Mountaineer, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news, spoilers, Long John Silvers, and now Fall Guys, as he has more wins than all of us could possibly ever have combined. Patrick Novosel.
Yep, that's me. The Fall Guy.
That's right. On his left and my right, the volleyball and beast of the East who can make you laugh in 3 words or less or your money back, and also has 0 chances at failing in Fall Guys, Ronnie Johantges.
Yep.
And then our final member of the GMG Quadfecta, he's got music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, La Coretta in his old stomacho, the master switch flipper, and fellow Fall Guys failure like me, Marc Boucher.
Accurate.
Yep. All right, guys. As always,
Good intros.
Yes. As always, before we jump into what's new news and get into the good stuff, the nitty-gritty, where we chatted up on our personal and gaming lives, let's get into a little housekeeping where we offer towels, put mints on pillows, and tip you off to the things you need to know. At any point during this podcast, if you are entertained, inspired, or just feel like spreading some love, could you please pause? Get on yours or your significant other's or your grandma's smart device and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and Stitcher. As everyone and their brother will tell you, it helps us reach people who may or may not be looking for us, help us trick others into listening to our podcast somehow, some way. I mean, I'm guessing that's what it does. Everybody says it. Like, every podcast I listen to, they're like, we don't know how it works, but it helps us reach a wider audience. I'm like, Are we like tricking people? Like by just making everyone rate and review us?
Nah,
I mean,
it just gets us on different searches and
Yeah.
Listen to this if you like this. It's just like a Netflix. Like, hey, we noticed you like this. You might like this.
Is that how we got to 219? Number 219 on the leisure list of podcasting?
Probably.
Nice.
I would think so.
One would hope.
It's all those reviews people are throwing at us.
All right. Well, we have goals, and we would like you to rate and review us. Every 10 ratings, and reviews we get. Right now, we're sitting at 45, just so you know. So if you, your spouse, your 2 kids, and your dog can help us get 5 more reviews, Patrick will shave his beard or do the Long John Silver Shake Challenge.
The Silver Shake Challenge.
The Long John Silver.
That's right. Sean Connery is the new mascot for Long John Silver's. The Shake Challenge.
If Long John Silver's was able to procure Sean Connery as their spokesman,
that would be amazing. I would do the Shake
they
Challenge.
are throwing some serious money. That's how, when they throw that money towards Sean Connery, that's when they go bankrupt.
Hey,
you can't be throwing that around.
If they'd stop giving everybody 20 packets of tartar sauce, they would have the money to get Sean Connery as their sponsor. Or
yeah, you're right.
Mascot or
maybe
whatever.
they could pay him in tartar sauce packets.
Ooh. I mean, he's old enough. He might think
You
it's
think
real money.
You think he likes tartar sauce?
He might. It's pretty old school to like tartar sauce.
Mark,
I don't know.
do you know if Sean Connery likes tartar sauce?
Let me check. On occasion, yes.
Okay. All right. There you heard it from Mark right
That's
here.
right. It's been confirmed.
I'm in the
All
know.
right. So besides rating and reviewing us, and we are so happy that you've joined us, whether you rate us and review us, it's okay. We won't judge. We do prefer that you go beyond listening. So we wondered if you might like to join us on Discord, which is a cross between a forum, Twitter, and Facebook, a little more personal way to connect with our other joiners and us, of course. Right now, it's, of course, moving and a grooving as folks share what's new with them, post questions, comments, tell us how wrong we are, how they are doing with their commitments to lose weight and learn Japanese so they don't have to use subtitles for anime or Ghost of Tsushima. So many things we're talking about over there. So It is free to join.
Good
Easy.
stuff.
It's good stuff. And it's easy to access on phones and apps or web browsers, all that jazz. So please check out the link in the show notes or on our Twitter page at the GMG Podcast to join in on the fun. Alrighty then. I think that covers
No,
all of our
it doesn't cover.
Okay, nope. I was just kidding. There's a third item.
Don't you have one more thing? Haven't you been doing something these past couple weeks?
Well, I've been taking up the hobby of stamp collecting.
Oh,
That's been pretty cool.
That's exactly where my mind was going.
How many you got?
I've got 2.
Yeah, straight
That's
up in
a
housekeeping.
major
Yeah, talk about your stamp collection in housekeeping.
I've never even had anything close to a stamp collection.
By the way, guys, I've got stamps.
No, yeah,
right.
you're doing your own podcast now.
I am. Yeah, I've talked about it before. Talked about it at 100. Kind of threw out the idea of what was going on. And since then, we've had 2 episodes. One talking about kind of just my overall purpose in life and why I podcast, and also challenging others who listen about their purposes in lives and then in their lives. And then this past one was all about why we called it the Good Morning God podcast. So that's out there.
Yeah,
I've
and
been
it's a
able
big
to
hit. It's putting up some good numbers.
Yeah,
so,
it's been
people
it's
like
been
it.
fun. Yeah, it does help that it's a lot shorter than our podcast. A whole
Yes,
it
Bite
does.
size and
it's
digest.
very bite sized. The first
10
one was
minutes is
10
a lot
minutes.
easier to digest than 2 hours.
The second
For
one,
sure.
once I edited it and got rid of all my uhs and my like little bits of silence between my words, I just made it one massive just sentence. I didn't have any breaks or breathing. Got it down to 9 minutes. So
Beautiful.
efficient. So yeah, no, it's been really fun, and it's been really cool to chat with people about their purposes in life and in their life, and just hear feedback and what people think of it. So yeah, check it out. It's right now. It's on our podcast feed, the Good Morning Guys, and then here in the near future, we're gonna throw it out there, let it spread its wings, and it'll have its own little podcast feed. It'll still remain a little sister podcast of the Good Morning Guys, and definitely there will be some crossover when guests want to come on and share their reflections and thoughts, and it'll just be a part of the Good Morning Guys network, as it were. No, not that we have any
GMG,
aspirations.
The Good Morning Guys universe.
That's right.
For our own universe?
GMG.
What?
The GMGU. Yeah, so yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. That's definitely been an awesome just passion project of mine, and it's been really cool to just kind of throw it out there.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, the housekeeping finished, we are going to move on to What's New News. Da, 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 da. That's my
That sounded a little like
transition
Mexican.
song.
Da 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 da.
Yep, that's what I was going for. some Mexican music.
It's very ethnic of you.
I like it. I like it. We need some diversity in here.
Maybe when you edit it, you can add some a mariachi band in the background playing some music.
It's got to be like the
that.
really cheap, like the old beat up van horn sound.
Yeah, we can have you go back to La Coretta and just record the band there. They probably got some of that music going.
They
right?
actually have some good stuff.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, thanks, I appreciate.
But then
that.
one time they played.
yeah. Compared to what you got there.
Yeah,
don't have
compared to
any
what you
garbage.
said. Yeah.
But then one time they played Psy's Gangnam Style. So
Oh, there we go. That's what we should look out.
it
All
was
right.
weird because it was like Mexican mariachi music, and then all of a sudden Gangnam Style came on. I was like, what is this?
What is happening right now?
Free.
Yeah.
Nice. Free concert. Nice.
All right, so to lead us into what's new news the right way, not with my little broken transition music and song, Lord Zukor wanted to tell us what's new with him. He led us in the right way, because tonight I wanted us to share what's new, but I wanted us to start with one word to describe our week this past week. And so his one word was road trip. He put a hyphen in it. Pretty sure it's 2 words, but we're going to accept it anyways.
I'll take it.
He wrote road trip, and then he said, "That's one word, right?" Sure.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
We'll go with
compound
that.
word, road trip. So Lord Zukor said, "Gonna drive about 18 hours in the next 2 days to pick up a piano in Bellingham, Washington for work. I am currently playing the Overwatch summer event and Fall Guys. Gonna sneak in some Smash and Mario Maker during the work trip, though." Very nice.
There you
Video
go.
games and road tripping. So he's gonna play video games on the way, and then on the way back, he's just gonna play the piano the whole way back.
Yeah,
hope he has
just
somebody
figure
with him.
figure out the music to Fall Guys and play it on the piano.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous, though. I hope he has someone going with him, because if he's playing video games and piano the whole time on the road trip,
That's a multitasker right there.
it's gonna be dangerous.
Impressive. That's
That
really
is.
impressive.
One time I saw a guy playing the recorder while driving. Both hands on the recorder, driving down the road. I'm guessing he was using his legs, but he was by himself.
Oh yeah, I did the knee thing too.
You can
Yeah.
do that?
The knee?
Drive with your knee? I am so uncomfortable with that.
Oh
I can't.
It's with automatic, it's good, but here in Brazil, when I've used manual, it's no bueno. Not very fun to drive with your knee and shift gears. Not recommended.
I can barely even answer my phone without crashing.
You change the radio station, and you almost cause like a 10-car pileup.
Yeah. Immediately off the road.
Yeah, that happens. All right. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. I was like, wait a second. That happens.
I don't know if that happens. Instead of talking about what doesn't happen, Ronnie, because we don't want you causing pileups, why don't you tell us how your week's been in one word, or just describe it in one word, and then tell us what's been going on, buddy.
All right. So I would describe my week as awesome, actually.
Ooh.
So the pre-story in that is that I took off Friday and today. So I had an extra long weekend.
There you go.
Nice.
We were originally going to go to one of Elizabeth's friends' co-ed bachelorette party weekend thing. They were going to go to Put in Bay.
Talking about.
And we didn't end up doing that, obviously, with everything going on. We ended up just having kind of a pool day on Saturday. But we haven't really done anything. We have been relaxing it up, Friday all day, just slept in, kind of just chilled, and then went to volleyball later. Saturday we had our pool day pretty much all day. Other than pretty much doing nothing, I started watching. Well, I started rewatching a show that I had watched in the past. Have you guys ever heard of Fantasy Factory? So it's Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory.
I think I briefly was that on MTV at one point?
Yeah, so you've probably Robin Big was also a more popular show with him.
I remember that one.
Yeah, so that was it was after Robin Big, and I just actually downloaded the MTV app and started going back through that show. So the whole idea of the show is he was a professional skateboarder, he's has a lot of money now, and he bought a warehouse, which he turned into his fantasy factory. Basically, anything he wants to do within it, he just does it. So it has a big ramp to one of those foam pits. They ride bikes, skateboards, dirt bikes, whatever it is off of that. So it's just a bunch of kind of craziness, but it's a really fun show to watch. So I've been kind of watching through that a little bit, because I got to a point where I was just out of shows that I really wanted to watch. I watched a lot of The Office for a little while. I went back through that and finished it. And it did cement that The Office is my favorite show.
Nice.
Yeah, it's such a great show. If you've never watched it, it's definitely worth it. There are a few episodes at the very beginning that if you start watching The Office, on Netflix, early on in season 1, it's not great, but it definitely gets way better. It's about halfway through the first season.
I can confirm that. I didn't get to finish it because it's not on Brazilian Netflix, but when I watched it while I was in the U.S., that first season was a struggle. But then I remember around the time that Dwight and Michael fought each other in the judo gym or whatever.
Yeah, they did the karate fight.
Yeah, they have the karate fight. Around that time, I think a few episodes before that, it really turned a corner, and I was laughing out loud.
And it gets to be a show that's not even just comedy. It's very in depth. It's a love story. It's a story about people, a triumph. It's just a great show. That's also funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was actually looking this past weekend. I am at a point in video games where I don't have anything on the horizon really that I'm playing that next. I'm just at a weird standstill. So I actually got on today and I was looking through all the stuff on Game Pass, and I decided to download a game, and it is Fallout 76.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, going to West Virginia, baby.
Yeah.
Lucas's ears perked up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. So I decided to go through it. I've heard a lot of good things. It's not just from you guys, but I mean, you guys definitely pump it up pretty good. So I'm gonna play through it. It seems like a really cool game to do, and yeah, I'm just kind of at a standstill where I don't have any games that I'm like dying to play or anything. So until something comes out that really catches my eye, I'm just gonna kind of work through some older games that I've kind of wanted to play, but just never really done it. But I'm gonna start with Fallout 76, and I'll report back next week and let you know.
Nice.
Nice.
You're choosing a good time to get in, because I think the first year or year and a half of the game, there were no NPCs. So like there were no like human characters in the game other than you and anyone who got online, like real people. And so now you're getting into it, and it's actually a populated, all the areas are populated with both computer and
Very
real life human people that are controlling their avatars and stuff. So you've skipped all the like tough moments
so I came
where
at the right
like
time. That sounds
glitches.
perfect.
Yeah, you let them get all the kinks out, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to play. Get the best of the almost heaven, West Virginia. Ooh.
I almost ordered that. I almost downloaded that. What is it, Ori? Mark, I think
Ori
you played
and
it.
Blind Forest.
Yeah. That game looks super cool. But I had already started downloading Fallout 76. So I was like, maybe next.
I love both of those games, Ori and the Blind Forest, and
and they're both on Game Pass.
Yep. Just if you do decide to jump in those games, be prepared to die often.
You know what?
that's
Actually,
just-
the trailer looked like it was really hard. I was like, this is a 2D side scroller, but this looks pretty intense.
Yeah, it gets pretty challenging, and you just need to get used to the fact that you're going to die often.
That is
how
fair.
it is.
So don't look down at your cell phone or try to drive with your knee while you're playing the game, or you will die.
I
It's,
will.
not
I think I will
advisable.
die if I even look at my cell phone, anyways. But yeah, that's it for me. I really didn't have too crazy of a week. It was just very nice and relaxing. I think I
Gotcha.
napped 3 out of my 4 days in my long weekend.
That's
Naps
a
are
win.
great.
Beautiful.
What
It
happened
was
the one day you didn't
magic.
get a nap? I thought you were going to.
That was
naps
that was
4 out of
like
4
all
days.
day pool day.
Oh, okay.
Where we were at the pool like all day. So
Fair enough. You don't want to drown, so it's better you didn't. take a
exactly
nap.
right.
Yep. All right, Mark. How about you, sir? What's one word to describe your week this past week?
Smooth.
Ooh. Now you need to say that. Come on, like smooth.
Smooth. Yeah, I don't have that deep enough of a voice to give that justice.
All right. Just go the opposite direction. Smooth.
Smooth.
There you go.
Sounds more like Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy. Smooth. Got some popsicles in the basement.
Bringing me the good news.
But okay, so we're gonna steer away from that,
It's too late. We've already gone down that rabbit hole.
and we're in the ditch. But no, yeah, my week's been pretty steady for the most part. Nothing too crazy. Although August is kind of like ramped up in terms of birthdays for us, because obviously I shared last week we were talking about all those birthdays we celebrated with my extended family, my wife's extended family, last Sunday. Well, tonight, I also have La Coretta fresh in my old estomago.
Yeah.
We also celebrated my mother-in-law's birthday today. So we went out to dinner and then went back to their house for some...
Real quick, your mother-in-law's name, is that Mary, the mother of Jesus?
No.
Is that the wrong
no.
family member? That's the wrong side.
No,
of the
remember
family,
my
isn't it?
uncle's name is Jesus.
Oh, it's your uncle. Yeah, not your uncle-in-law. I thought we were going to keep going with biblical names.
Nope. It's Michelle.
Happy birthday, Michelle. I know you don't. I don't know if you maybe you listen to the show. We just want to wish you a happy birthday. Maybe Marco will let you listen to this.
She is very aware of the show. She does not listen, though. She's not really a podcast. Well, she listens to podcasts, but it's mainly like education
And not ours.
podcasts.
Oh man.
Hopefully she just subscribes at least.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not a very educational podcast. We have our moments, but we're not like super
I
educational.
mean, I learn something new every week.
I agree. I'm with Ronnie. I learn something all the time.
But no, she's like full into like, because she's a professor, so
Oh,
she's big in the education. Into
Oh, we
the
can act like
education
it. We
world.
can do an education episode one day.
Well, maybe she'll listen to it then.
I'll be sick that day.
And I'm out. But yeah, we had a great time tonight. Just celebrating her, having some cake and cookies and ice cream and all that kind of stuff. So that was a lot of fun for sure. I've also been watching. It is about that time for Summer Games Done Quick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, because of all the COVID stuff that's happening, they kind of had to push back and then ultimately completely reformat the way they do Games Done Quick. It's all online based, obviously. But they're making it work. It looks great. There's obviously a piece that's missing. It's always interesting to see like the live reactions of the people playing, and they usually have several commentators, talking about what what types of tricks that the speedrunner's doing, and then typically there's a big old audience in the back that's cheering the person on and reacting to different things. And so obviously some of that's missing, but still for the most part it's a lot of fun to watch people do these speed runs and basically exploit and break video games. And a lot of them are games that you've done the normal playthroughs, you've gone through it enough. Like now we're going to extend the life of it a little bit more and just basically break the game and try to beat it as fast as possible. And they're doing it for a great cause. It's an organization called Doctors Without Borders, and they are an organization that provides some medical relief and medical supplies to countries all around the world. They're especially active during the COVID-19 crisis, providing medical care, providing like masks and PPE, all that kind of stuff. Games Done Quick, they raise a lot of money. Like I think last year, it was like, or even this past amazing Games Done Quick, or awesome Games Done Quick, excuse me, where they raised like $2.5 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe $3 million, something like that. So they raise a lot of money and have a lot of fun doing it. It's great to watch those speed runs. Like they had Metal Gear Solid the other night. They did a run for that. They actually did a run of Eco, or Ico, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
That
Who
game
knows?
is so weird. But yeah,
least-
all sorts of different games.
At least they do it fast enough to where there's no time for someone to fall asleep while they're playing it, as we've referenced before. So you do it really fast. You don't fall asleep. You just enjoy the game. And I can't.
True.
It's crazy how they break those games, and just it just boggles the mind.
Yeah, there are actual like strategies that they test over and over again to try to break certain things or just push its limits.
Yep.
So it's a lot of fun to watch. So I've been watching that the past few days. On the gaming front, been pushing more of Ghost of Tsushima, still in Act 2. But
Woo, represent.
Me
too.
But moving the needle along for sure. Still very much enjoying that game. Dabbled in some Fall Guys. Still no wins for me, of course. I'll get there someday. And I've also been playing a little game called Hyperscape. And Hyperscape is a battle royale. It's a lot more of like a futuristic type battle royale game that has a lot more verticality to it. Like there's a lot of tall buildings and stuff like that. So it's kind of different from your typical battle royale where it's like an open map with lots of, there's buildings and stuff, but there's also like open fields and things like that. This is very much not like that. And it's different the way that, a lot of times with battle royale games, they have a storm or a circle that closes in with different rounds. Well, this time portions of the map actually like disintegrate and you can't be in that area anymore, or otherwise you'll get hurt, but the buildings will disintegrate and stuff. First time I tried it, I was like, I don't think I like this. But then I played with our own Ed Placencia the other day, and I was having a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm glad that he is having a lot of fun with it, because he generally doesn't like battle royale games. So it certainly makes me happy that he found one that he's enjoying, for sure. I think that is about it for me on the gaming front. Looking forward to and also obviously some Apex. Looking forward to Season 6 that is going live in the wee hours here, which is weird, but going into a new season. So, but that is pretty much it for me.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit more to talk about Apex next week.
Yep.
After we have a week of the new season. I can't wait. They're making so many changes.
Yep.
And to guns, the maps, new legend. It's going to be fun to actually get in there. Because it's been stale. It's been pretty stale the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the changes.
Rampart's looking to me like she might be my new main. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely going to need to try her out.
I can't wait to hear Ronnie's thoughts on it. It's gonna be,
That's his number one
it's gonna
game
be
of all
fun.
time.
I
mean,
can't
it's-
wait. I mean, I can't wait either. I'm just dying to know how good the changes are.
Yeah. You'll
I
die
totally
before
believe
we even talk
everything
about
you
it.
just
Oh, Ronnie's dead.
Pretty much. All right. So, Patrick, do you want to go or do you?
I can go.
Go ahead. You want to
No,
go?
I can go.
All right.
I can go ahead.
All right.
But
I'll go.
before you go ahead, I'll go ahead.
All right. Before I go ahead,
So-
you go ahead.
If I had to sum up my week this past week, I would say furious.
Ooh.
There was a ton that happened, so I'll
Angry.
try to be brief on a couple things. We on Friday night we had a family movie night, and we watched this new movie called Magic Camp. It is a Disney Plus movie. It's PG. It's got Adam Devine in it. He is like the Adam DeMamp from Workaholics. He's also that goofy guy in the Pitch Perfect movies.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been in like a little bit more adult
Yeah, I was gonna
level
say,
type
typically
of.
he's in like raunchy stuff.
Yeah. So it was, and I like his character in those types of shows and movies. So I was interested to see what how he was going to act in the PG movie for Disney Plus. And basically he acts the same. He just cleans up his words. That's pretty much all he had needed to do. But it was a cool movie. There was a lot of magic involved. Obviously, it was just him as a camp counselor. He used to be a great magician, and he was down on his luck, and he was like a taxi driver. So he ended up going back to the camp where he was, and he started to teach kids who had never done magic before. Some people had done a little magic, but they're all newbies. They're all first year people in this camp. So it was cool to see that. It was hilarious. They had a good storyline. The magic was pretty neat. Even though it was a movie, it's all fake anyways. But we had a great time. Kids loved it. Wife loved it. Usually when we have movie nights and we're watching kids movies, Mel usually stays in the bedroom because she's with the kids all day. She's like, I don't want to be. I'll watch it on my own. So she's usually in the other room, which is fine. But she actually watched this one this time. So
Nice.
yeah, it was that good of a movie where she stuck around. So we had a good time there. So I would say like for 3 straight days last week, Clark has his lovey, the thing that he sleeps with every night. It's like a little, pound puppy kind of puppy, where it's like I don't know, maybe 4 inches long. It's very small, and he carries it wherever he goes. So when the thing that small and he carries it wherever he goes, he's gonna lose it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's not very big.
there's many times in the past where it's like, all right, buddy, you got to go to bed without it because we can't find it. We'll try to find it in the morning, and every morning after, we always find it. So last week, he went to bed without it. We're like, all right, we'll look for it. And usually when he goes to bed, I'll look for it a little bit, and then if I can't find it, I'll just say, hey, I'll just look for it in the morning. But 3 days go by and we could not find this thing. We were just tearing up the entire house, up and down, going to the backyard, van, garage, everything. Could not find it. So Mel took Clark to Walmart and let him pick out a new stuffed animal. It's not going to be the same kind of thing. So it's not the thing that he chose. That's always his lovey. So it was a kind of, he was in good spirits. He was kind of sad that it was gone. But yeah, so he got a couple small, like it's about the same size. He got a same size dog, a little panda bear, so he was okay with that. And then my dad stops by, and I'm telling him about that. And at this point, it's like 1:00. It was like right after lunch, and I went to go brush my teeth, and right outside our bathroom is our like jacket hanger. So we put all of our jackets and Mel's purse on there. We keep everything. And Clark's winter jacket was sitting there. I was brushing my teeth, and I was just like, maybe it's in here. I don't know why it would be in his coat jacket. So I put my hand in
the
there.
middle of summer.
In the middle, yeah, in the middle of summer. Well, he also likes to wear his footy long sleeve flannel PJs to bed, even in
goodness.
summer.
Well,
He loves to wear those. So I put my hand in that pocket, and lo and behold, sitting right there in his pocket was his lovey.
It was part of his plan all along.
And at this point, we had stopped looking. We're not going to look for it anymore. And I was just nonchalantly brushing my teeth and find it. It's always one of those things where it's always the last place you look, or a place you're never going to look. You always look in the normal spots, and then you start looking at the spots that it wouldn't normally be, and then it was actually in a spot we never even thought to look. So I brought it to him, and he was pumped, absolutely pumped that we had found it.
Well, yeah,
So-
he's loaded now. He's got 3. He's got
Yeah,
Lovey,
I know.
and he's got the 2 he got at Walmart. He
lucked out.
That kid, you better watch him. Here in a couple of years, he's going to be doing like some
He
kind of
just
toy
worked
ring.
you guys.
He's working you guys all the time.
Oh man. So yeah, we did that, and then that's pretty much it on the life front. But on the gaming front, Friday night, Spencer Stapleton says, "Hey, let's play some Fall Guys tonight." So me, Arctic, M77, Tim Pollen, and Spencer got on to Fall Guys, and we played for maybe about 6 hours. And I
That's
told
all?
Spence, yeah, I know, right? So we started about 8, and then ended around 2. I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna get off here until I get 10 wins, and they were all laughing like, yeah, whatever. So after like the first like 2 hours, I had 4 wins, and it was
Yeah.
basically almost every half hour to 45 minutes I was getting a win. And it was like 2:00, and I had 9 wins. And I was like, guys, I gotta go to bed. But I was like, I'll do one more. And I played one more and got my 10th win.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, there was not only was I getting wins, but Tim Pollen had a couple wins. Spencer had 5 wins. Whatever lobby we were in on Friday night, we ended up with 18 wins on
Dang.
stream for that
It's like
6
the
hours.
elementary school wing. All the like newbie kids were playing, and then,
It
then the
had
adults
to
were
have
in there.
been. It
Why
had
don't
to
I
have
ever
been.
get those slots?
I know, right? Me too.
So
I was
yeah,
talking
it
about
was-
that with Jared Orr the other day. I was like, man, why don't they make? I mean, can they just make a lobby of 0 win people, like for
Make
all
like a
of us?
ranking system.
Yeah, they
A
really
ranking
need to make a
system.
ranking system because I need that. I need a win. I don't care how I get it. I'll hide my lovey in my winter coat to get a win at this point.
I was talking to one of my buddies, and he said that to get his friend a win, what he did was he did share play, and got a win under his screen name. And I was like, that's cheating. That's not the
Yeah.
same. Like,
So
I
you're,
would feel
you're
cheated.
saying you wouldn't want to do that for me?
I mean, if you want that, I'll do that for you. But I would think
No,
you would want to get
I'm
it on
just
your own.
kidding.
You know?
It's not worth lying over something like that.
Yeah,
I want to lie
it's-
over big stuff that's going to get me like $1 million.
It's gonna eat you alive for the rest of your life.
It's like I get to the pearly gates and Peter's like, "Sorry, man, you lied about your Fall Guys win. You can't come to heaven. We already destroyed your house. Once you did that,
We already
we're done.
destroyed your house.
Once you lied about Fall Guys, go back where you
Oh
came from."
man. So yeah, we had a good time, and then on Saturday, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get the 5 wins in a row because I only have 1 trophy left in it. All I need to do is get 5 wins in a row, which is impossible. I got 4 wins in a row on Saturday. And after I got my 4 wins in a row, like I'm pacing.
Oh, you're probably
Like
sweating.
in between rounds,
like,
and I'm like, I have like a table right in front of my couch, and I'm just circling it in between
Burning a trench
matches.
into the floor.
And I'm doing that, and Clark walks in. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "My blood is pumping too much. I can't sit down." I was like, "Isn't it? And when you get excited and your blood's pumping, you get really excited. You can't really sit still." That's the way I felt. I could not sit still, and my hands were sweaty. I was shaking a little bit. It was like my first win in Apex, where I'm getting down to the last thing, and I'm like focused, but I'm also like scared at the same time that I'm gonna blow it. So I got into the last level, which is Final Showdown, and it was me and I think like 7 or 8 other people, and I was down to three people, and I lost.
No.
I fell off.
Oh, man.
And I was like this close to getting my 5th win in a row, and I was so dejected.
Oh, I bet,
I was
man.
so dejected,
is-
and I just turned it off. I closed the app, turned it off, went outside, and I was just like, I'm never playing this game again, because this was it. This was my
Yeah.
moment.
That was your moment.
And so, I turned it off. And then, so later that night, I didn't want to play Fall Guys. I was like, screw you, Fall Guys. I'm not playing you again.
Don't look at me.
It was last week I got Fast and Furious Crossroads from Gamefly.
That
So
old
Fast
chestnut.
and Furious Crossroads. I don't know if you remember the reveal of
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I think it might have been at Game Awards.
It was definitely the Game Awards.
Okay, it was like the last thing
Yeah.
was Fast and Furious
Yeah,
Crossroads.
Fast and Furious Crossroads.
People were like, "Oh, cool, Fast and Furious Crossroads," and then when they throw the video up there,
Yeah,
the
the
trailer, it looked like an early PS3 game.
Yeah,
It didn't
or
look
late
like a-
PS2. It was like,
Yeah, it was
this
right there. It
looks
was right there.
fun.
It looked like it came out in like 2005, 2008, like in between that range.
Yeah,
And
everything around that was silly. Like just the trailer, and then what is her name? Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah, she's like, I remember the days of playing Tekken. And
Ken. I don't know.
like, we're gamers like you, and I'm like, are you? Calling it Tekken.
Yeah, gamer card revoked right away.
Yeah, so that game
yeah,
already
so-
started out off on the wrong foot.
It did, but I am I love Fast and the Furious. I love how stupid and absurd and ridiculous it is.
And all
because
about
it
family
it knows it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
and that's what's great about it. So I was like, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna get it when it comes out, and I had GameFly, so might as well just rent it and play it. And I went into the game knowing that this is a PS2/PS3 game, and I'm not expecting anything, because when you have high expectations for something, you're gonna get let down. So I went with low expectations for this game, and man, did I have a great time with this game. I had an absolute blast.
Nice.
This game was just as cheesy and ridiculous as any of the Fast and the Furious newer movies, where they're just the set pieces are big. They're the first level in this game. You start off against a tank with 2 flamethrowers. Like, this is
like
exactly
you have
what
2 flamethrowers, and then they have a tank.
No, it's you start off as Letty and Dom, and you're fighting against a boss that has a tank who's firing flamethrowers at you while you're trying to take it down.
Like the tank shoots flames.
Yes,
What? That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
I know, that's why it's so
Tanks shoot
awesome.
like
Welcome to
it's-
the Fast and the Furious franchise.
It's like a lighter or something, like this really shiny lighter, and you click it, and then a little flame comes out the tip. Like, okay,
yeah.
flamethrower
So
tank.
I'm like, I was in immediately. The gameplay is basically you drive from point A to point B, you gather intel, you try to move the story along. That's pretty much all the game really is. you do a few races. You do there's plenty of boss battles, which are epic, by the way. And you fight against an armored train. You try to take an armored train down. You take like the tank with the flamethrowers. You're trying to take down an enemy in like a big huge ravine that has like giant saws coming at you. It is ridiculous. It doesn't stop there. The ridiculousness just skyrockets, and it makes it even better because the game is bad. Like the voiceovers, like Letty and the main character is Vienna are good. Dom feels like he's just reading off a script. Everyone else feels like they're reading off a script. But the best VO in the game was Roman Pierce. Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah.
I believe that's his name.
I bet.
He was not only was he was the only character in the game that looked like he was from PS4.
Oh,
like,
really?
He was legit.
Nice.
Like, everyone else looked like they were just like PS3 game characters. It was So the VO was bad. It was teetering on bad as like Resident Evil OG bad.
Ooh.
They were trying to get cars for the next mission. So they went to a race, and the sidekick to the main character is walking with her, and they're showing all these like really nice supercars. And then they pan over to her, and she's like, "That's what I'm talking about." And I'm like, "Oh gosh, this is bad. This is like cringeworthy bad." But there was moments like that. It was weird. Like when you're driving, you don't have a speedometer. There's no speedometer on there, so you really don't know how fast you're going.
It's Fast and Furious, not
Exactly,
55 miles per hour in Furious. It's like, who needs a speedometer?
Yeah, you always have NOS, so you don't have to do anything. It's just there's like a cooldown, so you use your NOS, it goes away, and then you wait for like another 12, 15 seconds. You got your NOS back.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool. You were always going fast. It felt like a Burnout game where you were trying to take down cars by like side swiping them, and then as soon as you took them down, it would make that slow motion view of the car getting taken down, and it would say take down. So it was good. The story was ridiculous. I am going to spoil the end of this game right now. So anybody listening, just look at the show notes, fast forward like 3 minutes, because the ending of this game is true to the Fast and Furious endings. Like I think it was it Fast and Furious 4 when there was like the never-ending ramp or the never-ending airport. Do you guys remember that?
I have no idea.
I can't remember which is which. I'm gonna go with it's the one where Gal Gadot dies. Spoilers.
Yeah, it was that one. The never-ending airstrip.
6.
Was it 5? Okay, I don't remember.
5.
They all blur together.
I think it's 5 or 6. I can't remember. I'll be honest. You can GMG oops us or whatever it's called.
All right,
we wrong. Just put it in the we wrong, whichever one it is.
Yeah. And so the story starts is you are battling the Tadakul, which in like translated means crossroads. So that's where you get the crossroads. And they are legendary highway robbers.
Legendary, huh?
Legendary.
Yeah. I know a lot of highway robbers that have reached legendary status.
An international crime syndicate of highway robbers. That's what they are. This is Fast and Furious storyline right here. So you find you get to like one thing leads to another, and you finally get to who the end boss is. The end boss, his whole goal is to fire a weapon of mass destruction on America in New Orleans to obliterate. And what's he said? He says he wants
the
to
South,
a black eye to America. That's what he said. He said he wants. So our job is to stop this rocket from blasting off. So we're driving towards this rocket, and Dom shows up because earlier in the story he's like, I'm gonna go fix some cars or something like that. He comes in and he has a shielded, like heat resistant metal car that he knew that we were going to have to battle this weapon of mass destruction. So he already had a car built. So we're driving towards this. And not only is he have a nice, sweet, heat-resistant car, he also has missiles coming out of the back of the car.
Yeah.
That opened up and shot the missiles at this rocket. All right, the rocket just comes apart off of the big vertical stand and goes horizontal with the road. And then it takes off. So
Of course.
Dom, Letty, Cam, and whoever the main character, Vienna. So 4 cars are chasing a rocket down the road. And this rocket is like a NASA rocket. It is a big, huge rocket. So we have to take apart this rocket.
Well, you
And
take it
You're
apart.
kidding me.
we have to take it apart.
Kidding me.
So one of the cars has a harpoon. So we're taking stuff off with a harpoon.
Yeah.
One of the cars has an electromagnetic pulse. And then Dom has like this huge electromagnetic pulse that is going to stop this from moving any faster. But to get there, he needs to go from one side of the rocket to the other behind the huge flames that are coming out. This is where his car comes into play. So he goes behind that behind the flames onto the other side to a ramp. The ramp, he gets fast enough to get up to the missile. Like I said, there's no gauges for your speed, so I have no idea how fast we're going. I'm guessing a few hundred miles per hour.
I think you're in the
we're
Mach.
chasing a rocket.
This is like Mach 2 or so. Mach
Yeah.
1 or 2.
So he hits the ramp and he goes over. He's like right above this missile and lets off the electromagnetic pulse and jumps out of the car onto the rocket.
Yeah.
And he is surfing like Teen Wolf in Surfing USA on top of a van. He is surfing there, running and jumping forward on top of this missile as it's going forward.
Yeah.
So
This is some like Sharknado type crap.
this is crazy. So Letty's like, all right, I'm going to get you, Dom. And she zooms ahead
I'm going to get you.
past the missile that's just going at Mach speed. And she does that like drift to where she's almost to the edge of the cliff where the missile's about to go off. And Dom jumps onto the back of her car as she's drifting. And that's pretty much the end of the game. Everybody survives.
Of course.
Here's my response.
And then
go
Dom
ahead.
says, "You have shown that you're part of the family." Credits. So,
It's all about family.
Here is
the power
Here is
of
my
family.
response
awesome.
to everything you just said. Here it is. No.
Oh no! It's so awesome. It's
No.
so dumb.
It's just so much no.
And the music in this game was perfect. It made everything, like the crescendos and everything, just made it so much better. This game,
I'm gonna have to look this up like
So,
on YouTube or
okay.
something.
Yeah, I need to
So,
watch.
as
watch the
you have to
ending
watch
movie.
this. It is so ridiculous. So as a Fast and Furious fan, this game for me was a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Like personally, if I had to rate this on a real scale of across all of it, I would probably give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, it was the game, the moment to moment going from point A to point B. There were some very boring moments, but the story for the Fast and Furious, that's what I'm there for. I'm there to have a good time. It was under 4 hours. The storyline, under 4 hours, so it was easy to consume. Beat it all on Saturday night. Great.
And that concludes
So
our
fun.
mini spoiler cast for Fast and Furious Crossroads or whatever it's called. Something
Yeah,
like
everybody's
that.
gonna be dying to go get that now.
Yeah.
Well, what's bad is
Sold it.
Patrick told him I think he told him to skip ahead only a few minutes, and I'm pretty sure that ending was a good 5 minutes. So he like painted a picture.
I can imagine them skipping through heat-resistant metal car on top of a rocket.
Surfing the rocket
It was-
like
oh,
Teen
man.
Wolf. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
special.
that's the end of my Furious week.
Wow. It was pretty furious. For sure.
I could imagine that rocket had some quick fire going on it.
I mean,
Getting ahead of yourself.
that would be a good transition if I had already shared
Lucas,
my update.
how's your week?
It's a hint. It's a hint. Of
Oh,
what's to
okay.
come.
You're like you're stoking the fire, just getting it.
Yep.
We're heating up. All right.
Yep.
Speaking of transitions, that's the name. That's the one word for my week was transition. Now I know I'm the transition ninja, but this has nothing to do with the transition. It has everything to do with just so many aspects of my life transitioning. With work and home life, we're transitioning to a time when my family and I are not going to be together 24/7. And it's nuts because it's been like this for the past 4.5 months. We have been together all the time since the middle of March. I had talked about before where I was going to the office, like for afternoons, going to the church office, going to church every other week. But my kids and my wife are going to school now. They are practicing social distancing. They are, doing their their distance learning from the school. But it's done. This past week, the kids started on Wednesday, and they've been doing it. And I've been working from home and working from the church office sometimes. And it's been good. It's been a little weird. The house is really quiet and really empty. And I've both enjoyed it and not at the same time because I'm like, I'm all alone. And I've kind of missed them. But in that, there's definitely been some transition in Minecraft, in our adventures, as the kids and I have every week. There's been a little transition because, as I kind of talked about last week, I wasn't really doing well with the aimless adventuring, so I started building my own house. But something that's really interesting about Minecraft that I didn't really understand until we kind of got to the situation where we finished building the original house that we wanted to build. We're transitioning to now a more like a forming society of sorts. It's really weird. Like within Minecraft, Tasha and James and I are like all together in the world, but we're all kind of doing our own thing. And all of a sudden, we've all developed our own roles within our Minecraft world. For example, in building my house, I realized I needed different supplies that were relying on like animals. For example, with the sheep, I needed to use wool in order to have carpet and to use like the wool blocks so I could do different colors to match the colors of my childhood home. And so I started farming, not farming, I guess doing like animal husbandry, like where you get animals and you have them make breeding. And yeah, like you have to get hay and like you attract the animals. And when you feed 2 sheep some hay, the little hearts form above and then they make a baby sheep. And so I've been doing animal husbandry. I've been planting wood, spruce, so I could make like a spruce colored home. I've been gathering up cows, doing some cow husbandry because I'm going to need leather for bookshelves. So I've become like a farmer. And then also on top of that, Natasha has become a shopkeeper along with being an explorer. So like all the exploring she's done, she's accumulated a bunch of stuff. Like she's mined a bunch of stuff and kept it all, put it in chest. Now she has a shop. And it's a shop where like she has chests and then she has a picture of like a tool or a picture of supplies that she has available. She has a little countertop, and then she finished her shop and she was like, "Hey, James and Daddy, I made a shop and you can come visit me at my store. It's open." And she stood behind the counter and waited for us to come to her shop. And so eventually James made his way over and he's like, "I'd like to, get a few pieces of spruce wood." And so Tasha's like, "Okay, I can give you 10 pieces for 2 iron," or something like that. And so it's like a bartering system. And then she kept telling me, she's like, "Daddy, you're going to come to my shop?" And I'm just kind of like, "I'm busy. I'm working on my house." And so eventually she's like, "Hey, Daddy, just so you know, we do deliveries now." And I'm like, "All right." And so she's like, "What would you like?" And she just started bringing me supplies. And then it was this thing where she's like, "I'm going to offer you this." And then she's like, "What are you going to give me?" And I'm like, "You want some sheep? You want some wool? I got plenty of that." And so we just have been forming this little society. And then James, he's built like 10 houses. Like he finishes a house and then he moves on to the next house. And he'll get online, and I kid you not, he'll get online, find videos of people building houses, and he will follow their instructions. He'll like play it for a second, watch it, pause it, and then he'll build a little bit, and they'll look back and be like, oh, okay, they put that there. And then he'll play it, and I'll hear this guy talking about how to build this house. And he's like following these people's plans on how to build this kind of house and that kind of house.
He's going to have a whole community.
Yeah, like I said, we're building a society up. It's gotten pretty serious. Now, on top of that, with each house, he's a hoarder to the max. He's like hoarding everything. And I say, what makes him different from Tasha? Tasha wants to sell stuff to us or share it. James, on the other hand, Tasha and I will be talking back and forth. Hey, do you have any iron? No. Do you have any hay or whatever? And then eventually Tasha will be like, James, do you have any? He's like, yes. And then we go over and he has like 100. And we're like, can we have one? He's like, fine, I guess. But you gotta give me more. You gotta give it back later. And I'm like, James, you have 100. We have nothing. Please just let us use it. He's like really like tight-fisted. He's like Scrooge with his stuff. But it's been pretty funny.
The miser.
Yeah, he's definitely the miser of the group when it comes to his supplies. He guards it. Like sometimes I'll go over to one of his houses and get some hay, and he'll be like, "Where'd you get that hay, Daddy? Did you get that from my house?"
I see you.
I'm like, "Oh, sorry, buddy." Yeah.
I see
yeah,
you.
he's definitely screen peeking at me when I'm borrowing, quote unquote, some of his hay to feed my sheep.
What are you doing? Nothing.
Nothing. Just I'm feeding my sheep, man. You don't want my sheep to go
got
hungry.
a bit of a surplus of hay.
Yeah, just go back to what you were doing.
Yeah. So that's been fun though. The dynamics of it all.
I'm so glad that you guys have so much fun with that game. Because my gosh, does that game sound boring to me.
It's Mark every week like, oh my gosh, how do you still playing that game?
Like, to each their own.
Yeah.
And I know there's a bunch of people. Obviously, the game still sells like gangbusters.
Isn't it the best-selling game of all time?
I'm
It's
pretty
up there,
sure it
for
is.
Sure.
It's like Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto 5.
GTA 5.
Yeah. And then everybody else combined.
Yeah,
Third place.
I guess I just missed that boat because, like, that just sounds so boring.
Well,
to me.
yeah, my son's like, you want to play Minecraft? I'm like, no,
Sure
buddy. And he's like, why don't you ever want to play Minecraft? I'm like, I just don't want to.
I love
it.
myself too
That's
much.
it.
Yeah.
I'll play some dungeons, but regular Minecraft, nah.
I'm telling you what, it really surprised me. Like, it's really only because of the kids that I play. And, like, the stories I tell you guys, like, they surprise me every time when something happens. Like, when the house starts to burn down, and I'm like, this wouldn't happen in real life. Thank God. But, like, just some of the stuff that happens is just, I'm like, this is like a TV show. Or it's just like you just have these little stories that it's unbelievable. And and it's really, really cool to see, like I said, how our society has developed, and every one of us have our roles in the things that we're doing, and how we're helping each other or not helping each other, or trying to hoard, everything we have, all those digital bales of hay. But besides that, also in the land of Disney Plus and Swisher Plus, after 2 weeks of quickly getting through 80s movies, we have transitioned to the 90s.
Oh.
And easily the best decade of Disney movies. Don't at me.
Mighty Ducks, right up there.
Yeah, baby. So
Quack, quack.
the reason we got through the 80s so fast is because that's when Disney and I guess some of their, I don't know, some of their side companies like Touchstone. I never knew Touchstone was like a Disney affiliate or whatever. So like movies like Splash, Dead Poet Society, Turner and Hooch, Good Morning Vietnam, definitely not movies that I would see as Disney movies, but they're in the Disney movie list. And we're like, skipping that. No kids, you're not watching Good Morning Vietnam. I remember the end of that movie, and no spoilers. But it's bad. And so, just looking through that list, I was like, nope, you're not ready. One of the ones that I was really tempted was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I love that movie.
That one's kind of.
But my son's not ready for Jessica Rabbit. Like,
He might be.
I mean, he'll be ready. But I'm not ready for Mindy, my wife. She is not ready for him to be ready for Jessica Rabbit. So Yeah, there's a number of 80s cartoons and live action films that I'm like, woo, they really push the envelope on PG. Like, and it's around the 80s that actually the PG-13 came to be. If you don't know, it's from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where they introduced PG-13 because Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, they were both going through splits with their significant others at the times, divorces and stuff. And so they said that they pretty much like all their anger and frustration they put into the Temple of Doom and like really pushed the line on how far it could go. At that time in the early 80s, it was like G, PG, R, and X. Like those were the 4 ratings. And it wasn't so bad that it should be R. And they were like, well, we can't make it PG. And so Steven Spielberg gave the suggestion of like PG-13 or 14. And so they went with PG-13. And so that's when...
Mark fact.
Yeah, through Lucas.
And I didn't say it.
I actually found that on Mark's MySpace page.
Blog.
No,
His blog.
it's MySpace. He had it there.
Funny enough, I actually attempted to make a MySpace page.
Recently?
What, this past week?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Really?
I haven't finished it yet.
Oh,
but,
man. Why would you throw that
I
out
just
there?
wanted
You
to
need
see
save
what
that
you could
information.
do with
Yeah.
it.
No way. That's
So-
awesome.
So it still works? It really does work? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. It's still very much
oh,
there.
man. You got to post
It's
that
just
on...
not. It's not in any way, shape, or form the way you remember it.
Really? You got to post that on Discord when you finish. I want to definitely
Yep.
visit your MySpace page.
Yes.
And it doesn't look like it looks like you can't really have a personal MySpace anymore. It's like, you know, if you're a musician or an actor or some other
Or a
profession.
podcaster?
Podcaster was not there, unfortunately. I looked for that, I promise.
That is
but
unfortunate.
Just put GMG LLC, and then we'll figure it out.
You just put entertainer.
Yeah. Switch flipper. That's got to be in there, right?
yeah, of course.
Yep.
Master switch flipper.
That's right. He ain't no Padawan. Switch flipper.
So I'll link it when I'm done.
Sweet. I can't wait to get an update on
Awesome.
that.
That's great.
Mark's MySpace page. I did not see that coming. That's fantastic.
Oh, no. That was out of left field. That's awesome.
So as we transition to the 90s, we did watch like the DuckTales movie, which was good, but not as good as I remember. But to celebrate, we actually watched a non-Disney movie, a little gem called Doolittle with a Robbie Downey Jr. Robert Downey
Old
Jr.
Robbie.
Old Robbie Downey
Old
Jr.
Robbie Downey.
Let's just call it. It had Iron Man in it. It was,
Yeah.
and it was a treat. We laughed so much. I had seen where this thing had tanked with the critics, and then Patrick, of course, had watched it, and he had talked about how great it was. And then so I went in with low expectations, but at the same time, I'm like, it's Robert Downey Jr. It can't be like bad.
Yeah, and with all the kids movies that you watch and you like, this is
Yeah.
I don't know how
Right
you
up
would
my
miss
alley.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we had just finished reading the book, as I talked about in an earlier episode, and so we were like, we got to watch this movie because, I'd watched. I don't know if you guys would watch the old movie from the '60s, '67, I think,
No.
and it's a classic movie. It has great songs like "If You Could Talk to the Animals, Just Imagine It." Anyone?
Isn't
Mark?
I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts from there too?
Oh, I don't
Got
know.
a lovely bunch of coconuts.
That's from Lion King.
Right, but that song existed before that.
Yeah, it might have. I don't remember. I haven't watched
I
it
could
in
be
a long
wrong.
time. But anyways, I grew up watching that film and I loved it. That's a classic. But we wanted to watch the newer one just for the kids' sake because sometimes they can get a little like when we try to watch old movies with them, like the old British Narnia movies. They're like, "This is old." And we're like, "Yeah."
Why do you put your kids through that?
Just because we had to do it, they got to do it too. And it's even worse on a big screen. Like it stretches the picture out. It's all pixelated and awful looking. It's great. But anyways, Doolittle.
It's great.
It's great. Doolittle was fantastic. We loved this movie. I mean, I love this movie. There were some times I was the only one laughing because, as you know, Patrick, from watching it, there were some adult jokes mixed in. And there were jokes that the kids would never get, but I definitely got. Like one of my favorite parts was the tiger, voiced by Ralph Fiennes, Voldemort. and he gets kicked by the gorilla and is like, "Oh, berries, berries." You kicked berries, and I just laughed out loud. And Tasha's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'm not explaining berries to you."
Yeah, it's just not now.
Not
That
now.
is not
I
gonna
mean,
have
we
that
already had the
conversation.
talk.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
Can we have another talk?
I'm not giving you like all the different words you can use to describe the parts of the body. So. It was hilarious. It was really well done. Had a lot of memorable comedic moments with the animals. And I will say the only thing that was kind of off, I thought, I don't know about how you felt, Patrick, but Robert Downey Jr.'s voice for Doolittle was a little mumbly, a little raspy, like a little quiet. Like he did not talk at the same decibel as the other characters. And so I found that a little weird.
Yeah, it was just his character.
He was very much like, and then I went to the yeah, and then everybody else was like,
he
hello,
did mumble.
like they're talking.
He did
really.
mumble a lot.
Yeah,
but I understood it.
But that was the only thing that I was like, he could have.
If that's the only thing. Yeah,
it was good. I give it an 8 out of 10 berries. So
all right,
it was good stuff. Then the last thing I just want to mention, gaming. I've not actually been transitioning much into any new games. I have been, of course, sticking to the things I know and love, like Dead Cells, continuing in Guacamelee 2.
Hey, isn't there a new update to Dead Cells?
There's a new one that just came to PC this week, but it hasn't come to PS4 yet. But I will have an update on that when it comes to PS4. So I'll let you know. PS4. Besides that, Fall Guys, I continually casually playing that. I played it with the kids, Jared Orr, Patrick and Spencer, and some super friends from the Nurturers of Fortitude. And then after all that, I still have 0 crowns. And like Mark, I got second place on the hexagon and got really mad. Yep. I won't dwell on that too much more because I'm still having a little PTSD from it. I'm also in Act 2 of Ghost of Tsushima, and I just want to say that I'm still loving the game. I have enjoyed the world so much. I'm not in a hurry to finish it, but I will say I have transitioned. This is keeping on with the theme, of course. I have transitioned from aimless exploring and collecting to just focusing on the story, like the side missions and the main stories. Because I have just like, I don't even know how many hours into it I am, but I've got to just focus on the stories. And the stories are just so good. The side stories are so good.
Ooh, yeah.
There's
one side story. I think it's in Act 3. It's one of the last side stories, and it's so good. So continue to do the side stories.
I will. I'm just gonna. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about collectibles anymore because I did read some stuff to kind of key me in on the best way to deal with collectibles, and so I'm just gonna wait. And I'm not gonna say too much about the side stories because we're gonna have a spoiler cast about it eventually. But man, there was one that I did today that the character in the mission reminded me of my grandma. And besides the cool like video gamey part of getting a new cool weapon to use. It just hit me in the feels because it was like.
I know exactly what song.
Is it Yuri?
No, it's the nanny. The
nanny.
Where
you're just walking with her.
Yes, and you have like 3 missions, and then by the end, and we'll talk about it more. But man, it was so sweet and just heartfelt.
Yuriko.
Yeah, Yuriko.
Yuriko. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
So Ghost
good.
of Tsushima, loving it. It's so good. And I'm gonna throw it out there. Ghost of Tsushima news that came out today. It's getting co-op multiplayer, and I am so pumped.
Yes.
I'm like, bring it on. Let's go.
I deleted it off my hard drive. I'm just going to have to reinstall it.
You're just going to reinstall that bad boy all over again.
Because I was like, I didn't think I was ever going to play it again.
Yeah.
But now I am.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be, and it's going to be like, boom, throwing, chimes at people and shooting people with the arrows, and it's going to be like, quickfire after quickfire, lightning. You can't do lightning in
from my
Ghost
hands.
of Tsushima. Yeah, I'll be like lightning from my hands. You can sort of do lightning. Yeah, with your little whistle, you can call on the power of Grayskull with your whistle.
I was thinking
power of Grayskull.
No, okay, that's not real. I really was just saying all that to transition to
Call
the
on
topic.
Dragonzord.
Yeah. Speaking of lightning, speaking of Quickfire, forced transition coming at you. The topic of the show, Quickfire and lightning rounds extravaganza. Woo! That's right, folks. For the rest of the show, we are doing nothing but quickfires from ourselves, each other, and the joiners. And so I hope you guys are ready. We are jumping right into it. We are going to actually be letting our very own super listener, Chad Fackler, lead the way. Because if you may or may not remember, back in the olden days, he used to be our quickfire guy. And he used to send us quickfires with some frequency. Well, he has returned for the Quickfire episode, and he is throwing some good ones at us. Are you guys ready to just totally be a garbage truck on fire and ruin these Quickfire questions?
My belt is tightened, my shoes are laced. Let's go.
You got this, Ronnie. Quickfire questions, lightning.
Nope.
Fantastic. I knew you'd be ready. All right.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Super listener Chad at Chad Fackler 1 had this to say in his lightning round in Quickfire. Food frenzy, all caps. I'd scream it, but I don't want to totally ruin the sound quality. All right, you ready? We're going to go with, oh gosh, I forgot about this. We always have to decide the order. So we're going to do Patrick, Ronnie, Mark, me. It's counterclockwise on my screen. It doesn't matter what it is on your screen. So
so I'm first each time.
I'm last.
Perfect. Got it.
Negative. You are second.
All right, got it.
Yep. You're after Patrick. That's all that matters. Patrick, Ronnie, Mark. Oh man, this is gonna be great. All right, food frenzy. Pizza, square cut, or pie slice?
Pie.
Oh. Pie.
Pizza. Taco? What? Wait.
What?
I thought it was, do you like your pizza pie or square?
Pizza pie.
And we've already ruined it.
I thought it would have been Lucas.
Oh,
He's like,
wow.
I choose pizza.
I choose
regardless
pizza. I don't
of
care
what's
what
cut.
it is.
I will take anything.
One big circle, no cuts.
All right. Pie.
There it is.
There it is. All right. Now I get what he's saying. Taco, comma, then this or that. All right. I was like, what? Pizza, square cut, or pie slice? I'm like, a pizza slice, a
We got
square
it.
cut.
You did not.
I thought he meant deep dish, like a pie slice, like a. Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I like
check
pizza.
I'm gonna check the
Next.
rotary girder on the. Yeah. All right. Tacos, hard or soft?
Soft.
Soft.
Soft. Pie or cake?
Is cheesecake cake or is that pie?
That's pie.
That's cake. It's cake. It's in the name.
No, but it's pie.
But it's not.
made.
But it's a
not like-
cheesecake.
It's fake
It's
cake.
in the name.
Yeah, you're right. I guess.
All right. If cheesecake is not is cake, then I'm going cake.
All right.
Cake.
I'm going cake.
Pie.
Ooh, wrote it off.
Maybe I'm the only one on.
Lucas is going with pizza
All of
again.
you.
Nope.
That's right. Yeah, pizza. Dang it! I missed my opportunity. I should have said pizza. All right. Toast. White or wheat?
White.
Ooh, shoot. Wheat.
Oh.
I can't believe anybody likes wheat.
I was like, why do people make that?
I think
Just
it's the
so
same
you'd
thing.
ask that question.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with it depends. If it's peanut butter, wheat. If it's butter, there's nothing like toasted white bread with melted butter on it.
That is true.
That's good
So
stuff.
I'm gonna go
That's
with
good stuff.
I'm gonna go with pizza. All right. Eggs.
Bread.
Eggs over easy or scrambled?
Over easy.
Over easy.
Scrambled.
Scrambled. All right. Donuts filled or not?
Filled.
Filled.
Not.
Filled. You're voted off, Mark.
You cannot beat like a cream-filled or jelly-filled donut.
Oh my
Krispy
gosh.
Kreme raspberry filled.
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves for not wanting to
Just
fill donut.
something about
You guys,
that.
it's just
I
Mark. He's the only one that said not. Don't be
Oh,
including
Mark,
me
you
with
should be
Mark.
ashamed of yourself.
Well, I'm not. I'm not ashamed of myself.
I had a jelly donut from
I
Dunkin'
am
on
not,
Friday, and it was
I
like
haven't
the
had a
softest donut
ever.
I have ever had.
Me neither.
You guys are
It
not
was
helping.
awesome.
I swore off of donuts.
Oh man, I honestly could eat a whole mess of donuts right now. I'm not even
Oh,
hungry.
is that what it's called? Is it like a flock of birds, a mess of donuts?
A mess
I
of
mean,
donuts.
Is
that the scientific
When
word?
you got jelly-filled donuts, it's a mess.
like
That was actually my
mess.
80s, my 80s
It's a
band.
flock of donuts.
It's a murder of donuts.
Oh well, actually, after a few decades of a mess of donuts, it becomes a murder of donuts.
That's exactly.
Hey.
No. But can you imagine just like the crocodile hunter, like, oh look over there, it's a mess of donuts, and she, ain't they cute? Ain't they so cute? Love
I
it.
think this one's jelly filled.
Yes, we better capture it. All right. Ice cream or sherbet? Sherbet. Wait, is it sherbet or sherbet?
Sherbet?
No, but there's no R at the end. Sherbet.
I actually don't think there is an R. I've called it sherbet my whole life, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's sherbet.
Yeah, there is no R in it.
It's like the Berenstain Bears.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on. It's
No,
like there's an R in there.
It doesn't matter because compared to regular ice cream, it sucks.
Yeah, ice cream, 100%.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, ice
Ice
cream.
cream.
Ice
Ice
cream for
cream.
me too. I mean, you have how many flavors of ice cream? How many flavors of sherbet? Sherbet.
Orange.
Orange.
That's all
Sherbet.
it is.
Gross.
Sherbet.
Gross flavor. That's what you
Yeah.
have.
I actually like sherbet, but ice cream is
Stop
like.
calling it sherbet. I don't. It's just. It's
I'm gonna
not.
say it from now on.
It doesn't.
Just the other day, I was
horrible.
having some sherbet. All right.
Sounds like Ernie talking to Bert.
Hey there, sherbet.
Sherbert. You want to go out, Ernie? Sherbert.
Let's have some sherbet. All right. Chips or popcorn?
Chips.
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 Chips. All right. Wings. Flats or drummies?
Oh,
What?
This is a good one.
Flats or drummies?
Man. I like the flats.
Drums.
Wait, I guess I just don't know the difference. I've never
Wings.
heard them.
Wings or drums is the scientific name.
The flats have like the two bones
Yeah,
in
the
them,
two bones. Those are
Yeah.
the wings.
and the
I
drums
like those
are
because
the
you can
drums.
just like tear
Oh.
off every part of it
You just-
in one
yeah, you
bite.
just
I think
stick it
there's
in your
less
mouth and
on
pull it
those
out.
though.
I think
Drums.
there's less on the drums.
You think so?
I guess it really depends on where you're getting your wings.
I feel like I'm in the Middle Ages every time I eat drums.
See, I feel like the
The big huge turkey leg.
the flats. I think the flats have too much skin. Like there's always like this extra layer of fatty skin, and I feel like the drums have more meat. So I'm gonna go with drums.
Yeah.
Drummies.
Okay.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
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 Although I will say, as I'm getting older, blue cheese is more appealing.
Yeah.
It is.
As the old man in the group, blue cheese. Both with wings
haven't gotten
and
there
with
yet.
salad.
I feel like I'm on my way.
Yeah, you'll get there, and it'll be glorious.
I don't think I will.
And then Elizabeth will be like, "Brush your teeth before you kiss me, old man."
I will.
Yeah, exactly right. I think she prefers ranch.
Yeah. Don't worry, you get there. Maybe you convince her. I have not even close to convincing my wife to eat blue cheese.
I think I'm on
but
my way to blue cheese. Seriously.
There you go. It's good stuff. Mustard or ketchup? Patrick's thinking
ketchup.
really. Oh, I was gonna give a little commentary. Like
thinking really
Patrick is thinking really hard right now. Those who can't see him on
This is an
the
existential question here.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
catsup.
There is some things though that you
Catsup.
have to have
Catsup.
the mustard on.
There are.
Like,
Let me
Like
ask you
Skyline
this
chili?
real
like
quick.
You do
a
it-
corn dog.
Real quick. Do you guys put ketchup on your hot dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got lambasted by people at work. They were like, "This is
Why?
a disgrace that you would put ketchup on your hot dogs."
I prefer ketchup and mustard on a hot dog though.
Yes.
The combination is
mustard.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Ketchup
And
They're like,
relish.
you only put mustard on a hot dog.
Ketchup
That's it.
goes on anything except ice cream, and it can go on sherbet. It needs whatever help it can get.
Yeah. Just put it on the sherbet and throw it away.
Sherbet.
You guys ever eat relish on your hot dogs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
fantastic.
never been.
Oh,
my
I have
thing.
I have to
good.
be in a mood to do that though.
Oh, man,
Sometimes.
you load that baby up.
Yeah.
How about bacon? No, I've never had that. I'm just kidding. That'd be
That'll go
awesome.
on that'll go on everything.
I would so
Including
put bacon
sherbet.
on a
Oh
hot
man,
dog.
there's this local hot dog place in Cincinnati where they sell just hot dogs, and these hot dogs are like $8 for a hot
Are you
dog.
talking about
but
Senate?
What's
Are you
that?
talking about Senate?
The Senate. Yeah.
Oh man, that place is awesome.
$8 hot dogs.
But they
Oh,
put like
they're massive,
Every,
though.
it's
Oh,
so
that
if
sounds
you ever
glorious.
seen like a Bloody Mary where they put everything in a Bloody Mary,
Mhm.
that's what they do with these hot dogs. They put everything on top of this hot dog.
Yum.
It's tough to eat with just your two hands.
So-
You got to get a fork.
I'll paint a picture for you. My favorite hot dog from there is called the Trailer Park, and it has like a coleslaw on it, and then Dorito crumbles sprinkled
Oh
on it.
my gosh, that sounds
It's
awesome.
unreal. It is unbelievable.
How close
stuff.
is that to where you guys live?
It's not close to where I.
Really close.
It
It's
is
like
a
15,
mile
20
away.
minutes.
It's like a half mile from where we work.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got to take me there. I got
It's
to.
fantastic.
I got to spend like 3 days at your place because I want to go back to that pizza place that Patrick took me to, and then go to the barcade.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
And then go. This hot dog place sounds awesome.
You went
All
to
right.
Goodfellas, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so good. All right, speaking of hot dog, sandwich or not?
Not
Wait, hold on. What's not?
hot dog
It's-
sandwich.
is
Is it a
Is-
sandwich?
hot dog a sandwich?
The hot dog. We're still on hot dog.
Yeah.
I was like, sandwich or what?
Not.
Yeah, yes, sandwich.
Not.
is not a sandwich.
Not. Get out of here, Patrick.
The hot
it's
dog
not
is
a
a
sandwich.
category. It
You
is
gotta
not
bun
a
it.
No,
sandwich.
that doesn't
And
make it a
meat.
sandwich. It's a hoagie. If in the very
But the
least.
bun's connected.
Yeah, it's not a
A
sandwich.
hoagie, I feel like, is a sandwich.
It depends. Have you ever pulled out like a hot dog bun and it comes in two? You're like, I don't
Okay,
know if I should
I mean-
throw this
All right,
away.
fine. It's turned into a
That's an
sandwich,
outlier. That
and
is
it
an
needs
outlier.
it needs excommunicated. Put it on the outside of the city. Excommunicate it.
I'm gonna send you a video, and I'm gonna post the link to it on our Twitter too. So this guy named Matt Pat, he's a YouTuber. He does a series called Game Theory. He also does a series called Food Theory that he just started, and he literally does an entire episode on arguing whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich.
Mm.
So
It's a hot topic.
Yeah,
and he
it's
provides
controversial.
like
Controversial.
actual like factual things.
That's like saying a taco is a sandwich.
You know what? I changed my answer.
Yeah, you better change your answer. We'll accept that.
I withdraw my statement.
You feel free to
Backpedal-
just edit that
backpedaling-
out.
Backpedaling.
Just edit it out.
No, it's not one. It's not one.
It's not one.
All right. So, Mark, I hear you have a crossfire. Crossfire. All right. I hear you have a quick fire for us, based around music and bands. I'm excited.
Sure
Let's
do.
this.
This is one of those this or that quick fires, choosing between two bands
Okay.
or artists.
What's the order now? 'Cause
Same.
Yeah, just
We're
the
gonna
same.
keep it the same
All right.
All right.
for
So I'm first
consistency's
still.
sake.
So
and
we don't
for not
confuse
hurting
you,
people's
Ronnie.
brains.
Got
Yeah.
it. Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Never
That
gonna
was the
live
only
that
answer
down.
to that first question.
Yep.
All right. U2 or the Police?
Patrick's thinking really
Patrick's
hard right
still
now.
first.
Oh, is it me again? I thought Ronnie said he was first. And I was like, oh, dang it. You threw me off, man.
Nope. Same order. Not changing.
Dang it.
Patrick's
you
over
two.
here blowing his nose.
The Police.
Okay. The Police.
You too.
Sweet. The Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Rolling Stones.
Ugh.
The Rolling Stones.
Beatles.
The Beatles. Come on.
I can't stand
Me neither.
Mick Jagger's voice.
Mick Jagger.
Or his
Mick
hips.
Jagger's the best dancer.
I can't stand his
What are you
hips,
talking about?
his geriatric hips that are going to fall off any day now.
Maybe he's the best dancer if like you're on LSD or something. But
He might be.
yeah, I'm sure he's been on plenty of that stuff. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
King of Pop, Michael Jackson.
MJ all the way.
Yep, for sure. Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, JT, baby.
Man.
This one's tough for me.
Say JT.
It's tough.
You just got a MySpace. How could you not?
I
say
know,
that?
right? I know,
exactly.
Okay, fine, JT.
You pressured me. Yeah, JT.
Nirvana or Pearl Jam?
Oh, dang.
He was like,
I knew that would get you. I knew that would get you, Pat.
Dang. Yeah, Nirvana, but that's close.
Nirvana.
I'm gonna have to say Pearl Jam on this one.
I can't fault you for that. They're good.
Nirvana. Smells
I
like
just like Eddie Vedder's voice better than Kurt Cobain's, but
smells like
that's
Teen
just my
Spirit
personal
around here.
opinion. Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney Spears.
Christina
Over
Aguilera.
Nirvana.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Christina on that.
I'm also Christina Aguilera.
You're not going to change my mind on this one.
I mean, we in our Disney music that we have, she shows up at least twice because she sings the Reflection song from Mulan. So Britney Spears doesn't have a Disney song in her repetoire.
Which I believe she's doing
She's not
for
Disney
the recent
friendly
Mulan.
at all.
Nope.
She wasn't Disney friendly when she was 16.
Listen to Genie in a Bottle again.
Yeah, I started singing that the other day just because I don't know why, and I was like, I shouldn't sing that in front of my kids.
We're going with 90s alternative bands here. Alice in Chains or Stone Temple Pilots?
Dang, you're making it tough, man.
Yep.
Alice in Chains.
I am also Alice in Chains.
I'm going Stone Temple Pilots on this one.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Keep getting stuck here all the time.
Is it you? Is it me? Okay, finally, Eric Clapton or Jimi Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix.
Eric Clapton.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Clapton on that one.
Eric Clapton. Tears in heaven.
But I think of like soloing Eric Clapton. Now, don't get me wrong. Jimi Hendrix is an incredible guitar player and does a lot of incredibly experimental stuff with his.
Yeah, I think he had like 8 fingers, right?
Yep, basically.
Yeah.
On each hand.
That's
On
what
his
it seemed
foot.
like.
But
He was amazing.
Eric to me has a bit more of a bluesy influence, and
Yeah.
I tend to lean on more on that side.
No, if I
Gotcha.
if for pretty much all the bands you mentioned, Mark, if I could just say all or pizza, I would have said it, but that wasn't the option. So,
Yeah.
Yep. But that is it for me.
all right, fantastic. Well, we're going to transition to Facebook. Mike Darty, he has a little bit some more food quick fire for us. Blah, blah, blah. He said, which is better, corn or asparagus?
Corn.
Corn.
Call one.
Oh wait, I read that wrong. I mean,
What?
What?
We
wait,
didn't answer
what? Which is better?
Ju-
Well, he wrote, which is better, corn versus asparagus? And then right underneath the next line, it just says addition. So it's like corn versus asparagus edition. Okay. No.
Okay.
No, I don't understand what's happening. All right.
Sweet.
I'm just going to go with
Okay.
it. So corn versus asparagus. Sorry, what did you say, Patrick?
Corn.
Okay.
Corn.
Corn.
I'm going to go with asparagus. You know why?
Okay.
Because Brazilian corn is the worst. You know what kind of corn they have here? Field corn. The end.
Horse corn.
They don't have sweet
Yeah,
corn.
how do you grow corn?
No, but you grow it in a field. But like in the U.S., there's a variety of corns. There's field corn, which you use for like livestock, and then there's sweet
Isn't it
corn.
all just sand though? You can't grow anything in this sand.
Yeah.
Isn't that all
Oh,
Brazil
right.
is? Just sand.
No grass. Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I looked at I wanted to see someone do a tour of Sao Paulo, so I went to YouTube and I was like, tour of Sao Paulo, and I just clicked on the first one. It was a guy from like the UK who was just touring Sao Paulo, and the very first scene is he is like in a park and it was like no grass. It was all dirt and like very like thin patches of grass, like someone was losing their hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is hilarious.
It's true. Yeah, I try to play it off, but we really don't have any grass. So, all right. So I'm just gonna have to say it right now. I have no idea what Mike Doherty has written.
So he's basically saying that He's doing a which is better, corn versus asparagus
Right.
edition.
And then he says yay or nay.
So
Yay or nay for corn and asparagus?
I like to think that people just write confusing stuff because they just want to hear us be confused on the show, though, really.
So he's saying...
It's like an inside game for all the
which is
listeners
better
just to confuse
in
us.
general.
But what does yay or nay mean?
Yeah.
I
Corn
think he's
versus
basically
asparagus.
just
Do
saying
you
which is
use
better.
yay or nay?
Yeah, which is better, Patrick? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
Nay.
You would. Yay! All right, ready? Here's your next quickfire appearance. It's one word. I don't know what to do.
No, stop for a second. The
Yes.
appearance of corn
Yes.
versus asparagus.
Yeah, appearance?
Oh, the after effect, right?
Yeah.
Like corn in your poop, asparagus in your pee.
Yeah. You're getting it. You're getting it.
I did not get that whatsoever.
Oh, the poop's better than the
Mike,
pee.
what have you done to us?
Next question, appearance.
I mean,
Thanks, Mike. You brought us into another poop conversation. Appreciate it.
oh, it's so worth it.
What is happening?
I think we're
So he goes from appearance to taste. What is better?
I mean,
corn
that's
versus
gross.
asparagus?
I'd rather taste asparagus pee than corn poop.
I'm going to go with nay.
Nay. I changed my answer to nay. I don't want to do yay anymore. Pizza. Oh, gosh. Okay. Mark, what's your answer?
My answer is I'm screaming in my head as we're going off the rails.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay, corn versus asparagus. Taste.
Corn.
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 Asparagus. All right.
That's the third answer. It's the third time we've all said the same thing.
All right. What do you want at the backyard barbecue?
Corn.
Corn.
Pizza. No, I'm just kidding. Grilled asparagus is amazing, so I'll do some grilled asparagus. All right.
Want with the fancy steak?
Yeah, what do you want with a
Oh,
Thank
sure.
you, Mark.
Yep.
All right. What do you want with a fancy steak? Corn or asparagus?
Asparagus.
Grilled onions and mushrooms.
That was not the option.
There's no
but
rules
okay.
of quickfire, baby.
I would say corn.
Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Fancy steak, I'll go with asparagus. So the last one.
I think we talked enough about After
the last
Effects.
one is After Effects. We skipped ahead.
We already crossed the
Yeah, when we
bridge.
said appearance, we took it the way wrong way.
Because of course we did.
It's supposed to be the way it looks. Do you like the appearance of corn or asparagus better?
How do we get here every time? How?
My face hurts. Okay.
I'm sweating.
And then at the end he says, "You're welcome,
body.
Ronnie."
Yeah, we appreciate this.
Yes, so much.
Not all of us do.
All right. For the sake of Mark, we're going to move on to Travis Popsicle.
Moving along.
I'm sure he has much more appropriate quickfires for us.
I'm sure they
I don't
are.
know. It's Travis.
All right, Travis Popsicle. Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Grimace.
I mean, yeah, I'll just go Christmas. But, I mean, it's like, come on. It's
You really can't go wrong either
Yeah,
way.
I mean,
My
But-
birthday
Thanksgiving.
sometimes falls on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that
that's
makes
true.
sense.
You're like last year?
Yeah.
All right. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Chocolate. Reese's Pieces or M&M's?
M&M's.
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 M&M's. You mammonis. All right. Cold weather or hot weather?
Hot.
Freezing cold weather.
Cold all the way.
Hot, hot, hot. Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Batman.
I don't believe you.
Liar, fake news.
Weird start.
Obviously, Superman.
Batman for me.
Batman.
I'll go with Superman. Support my brother.
Nice.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
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 Coffee, unless it's iced tea with cinnamon sugar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
iced tea and a hot day.
The sugar with coffee and cream.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I was thinking about 15 minutes ago.
The after effects.
Still there. Cheetos or cheese puffs?
Cheetos.
Oh, Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Cheese puffs. Flintstones or Jetsons?
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
Jetsons.
Now, is this to live in their world, to be
I
them,
think this is
or the
what you like
show
better.
that you like?
Whatever you want.
Logical.
Whatever you want it
Whatever
to be.
logic you want.
Flintstones, vitamins.
I'm gonna go.
After Effects.
I'm gonna go with. Jetsons.
There you go.
No, I like dinosaurs better. Flintstones, I change it.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. All right, last one. Patrick or Ronnie?
What have you done?
It's like Sophie's Choice.
I'm gonna do the old Family Feud thing. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope.
Not touching that
Nope.
one. Exactly.
Nope.
All right.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, did you want to pick someone?
You're picking Ronnie? You son of a...
Ronnie, did you pick anyone?
Yeah, I'll take Patrick.
There you go. That's nice. I'll take Mark.
Aw. And I take you, Lucas.
Aw, thanks. So you can pray for me, lay hands and pray for
Okay,
me.
I was wondering what was happening.
I was like,
here.
where is this? at?
Where is this going? So you can, I'm delirious. All right, Ronnie, you got some random quickfires for us. So go ahead and
I do.
throw us at him.
I do. What order are
Throw
we
us
gonna
at
go in?
him.
I don't want to go second on my own.
Okay,
I think the order
you
here is
decide.
going to be
You tell us.
Mark, Lucas, Patrick,
Perfect.
then me.
Yep.
Okay.
What is your dream job?
Playing for the Cincinnati Reds.
You're last.
Jerk.
Steal my thunder, man.
Yeah, you want to play for the Cincinnati Reds. Sorry. I take it back.
Full-time worship leader.
Lucas?
Oh man. Space Cowboy.
Owner of MySpace.
Sports writer. Are you a good dancer? Mark?
No.
Lucas?
Negative. And I'm gonna
Patrick.
I'm gonna go back on my Space Cowboy and say a ventriloquist.
Interesting.
Okay.
Bold strategy.
Patrick, dancing?
No.
As much as I'd love to say yes, I am a horrible dancer.
Bunch of white boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Represent.
Yes, we are. What is your favorite type of music? Genre?
Rock.
Lucas?
Musical.
Awesome. Patrick?
Rock.
Mine is also, no. Mine is also not rock. Mine is currently rap music and hip hop.
There you go.
Nice.
How do you like your steak cooked? This one's important. This
Meaty.
separates
Medium well.
regular people from serial killers.
Mark's a serial killer.
He's borderline.
Am I?
Medium well. You're getting close.
Well, I
Lucas?
guess it's just medium.
Beef jerky.
medium.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's acceptable.
Medium rare plus. I'm not quite medium rare, but yeah. I'd rather have medium rare than medium. So
I like a
medium
little
rare.
bit of pink, but I don't want it bloody and I don't want it chewy.
I like it wet and
That's
wriggly.
exactly where I love it. It's rare for me.
Oh, the
just-
rare steak. How about that?
Not tartar, just seared on both sides.
You just
and
want
then
it
just serve
flapped
it.
on the grill for a second
And then
put on your
slap
plate.
it on the behind and see it off.
Yeah, just sear those juices in and just serve it up.
If you could just put it on the grill for 5 seconds and find out if it had a nickname for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am medium rare.
Yes.
All right. What type of underwear do you wear? Mark.
Boxer briefs.
Lucas.
Boxers.
I don't understand that. Patrick.
Boxer briefs.
All right. I am boxer briefs as well. Boxers. I just don't get it.
I
just-
used to do boxers, but man, it was too loose.
Free bird, baby.
everything is just all over the yard. Do you ever break the law? Mark,
Have I or do I?
do you?
I suppose.
All right, now, how do you break the law?
Time to incriminate yourself.
With Ronnie.
I've run red lights.
That's fair. Lucas,
Swisher Plus.
pirate. All right, Patrick.
Yes. And it is speeding.
All right, I as well break the law in a lot of different ways. I will not. I will not go forward.
Do not
I
want to
definitely
incriminate
speed.
myself.
I definitely speed. We'll leave it
This
at that.
can be used in a court of law, so it's best.
I mean, I don't want a recording played against me
I'd
later
like
on in life.
you to put your eyes towards Exhibit A, Episode 102 of the Good Morning Guys podcast.
We are calling
Full
this
admission.
exhibit corn versus asparagus.
And what are the after effects?
All right, last
And
question.
Reminder: you are under oath.
This has got to be quick fire.
Okay.
If you won $1 million, what's the first thing you would do?
Buy a bunch of video game consoles and give them to all my friends.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Travel the world.
Lucas. Patrick.
Nothing.
That's a really good one. I was going to say buy my mother a house.
There you
Nice.
go. Well, you said first thing. There's more than one thing I'm going to do with that money.
If you won $1 million, what's the first thing you would do? Yes.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
I'm all out.
All right. Thank you for that. That's some good stuff. You definitely caught me off guard. You caught me off guard with the dream job, because I didn't want to give the answer. I kind of feel like I'm already doing it, so
That's cool.
that's why I gave the ventriloquist and the other ones, because it's like, well, that's boring. I don't want to say.
If you happen to get a
doing
ventriloquist
it.
doll and you want to like air that out live on the show, like you should,
I'll do
for
it
sure.
when we go video. I'll work on that. I'll
Yeah,
practice.
I'm all about that.
I'll practice for now. All right. So Discord, we have I think a number of them that we could do pretty quick fire, but I'm gonna get some of the slower ones out of the way. We're gonna jump right in with Bernabe Butters with his faux quickfire questions. Are you ready? We're gonna do the old order of Patrick, Ronnie, Mark, and then myself. Okay. So, starting with Patrick, worst date.
July 3rd.
Is this how we're going? Is this how we're going about it?
He gives no context. So guess what?
Yeah.
Worst date. You answer it however
July 3rd.
That's the day right there.
July 2nd.
December 26th.
I'm gonna go with March 24th.
All right.
Best day at work.
When I'm not there.
July 2nd.
Best day at work. Not best day
Oh
working.
yeah, when I'm not working.
When you're-
When I'm not working. When I'm there on accident.
When do you
How are
accidentally
you
go
ever
to
at work on accident?
Well, how did I get here? What's going on?
Yeah.
Thought I was-
There's times where I had to go up there and pick something up on my day off. That's the best day.
All right.
When you walk in there, you don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
I would say workplace events. Like sometimes our work does like
Ooh, yeah, that's a good
events like cornhole tournaments and stuff like that. That's always fun to get out of there. Honestly, Pat, the best days at work are the gift wrapping event days because we don't do anything.
Yeah. Zero. Yeah, we just sit there and watch movies, videos.
We
and-
just check
no,
people in. We don't even have to gift wrap anything.
That's perfect. That was a good day. I like it.
Anytime I get a raise or a bonus.
Nice. Casual Fridays. I don't work in an office. I never have it, but it sounds nice. All right. Favorite meal.
Salisbury steak that my wife makes. It is awesome.
I would go with a medium rare steak with grilled mushrooms and onions and cheese on it.
I'm going classic American cheeseburger and fries.
Good
Nice.
stuff. My wife's teriyaki steak, medium rare, with a side of mashed sweet potatoes and Asian salad.
Nice.
Most hated dish your significant other prepares. Patrick?
Oh my gosh.
Roast. It is the worst. She thinks it's the best. I hate roast.
Ouch.
It's her favorite meal. It is not mine.
And Ronnie's...
I have not put in enough time to find out what the worst is. Pretty good chance I will like everything, though. As long as I don't have to make it, really, is all I'm really looking for.
Anytime, I can't narrow down a specific one, but anytime
There's so many.
in order. Good night, everybody.
Oh, Mark, I can edit that out if you want.
No, 'cause she doesn't do a lot. We don't do a lot of cooking. That's why.
I don't offer it much, but
No, whenever anything organic is offered, you can't really.
Oh, yeah.
It just does not compare
really.
to the regular stuff, the organic stuff.
Yep.
Almost under every circumstance.
Yep. And it's
Oh,
always
you
more
want,
expensive.
you want a nice burger with cheese and fries? Here's a tofu burger.
That is not a sandwich.
Do you hate me?
That's a barfwich. Most hated
Did I do
dish
something wrong?
that Mindy makes. I had to go last because I couldn't think of anything. But I'm just going to say the first time she cooked chicken, it was not cooked enough, and we cut into it, and blood just squirted out,
Oh,
and the appetite
goodness.
was gone. I was like, "So pizza?" Yeah. No, Mindy doesn't make anything bad now. Like, it's awesome, and I'm not even brown nosing or sucking up. Like, she is an excellent cook. So, first gaming memory.
I was playing Atari, and there was like a baseball game.
I would say Sonic on the original Sega.
The Back to the Future NES video game.
I'm sorry.
Solid.
Yeah, me too.
What a terrible. How did you even get into video games? I would have sworn them off their life.
I found out there were better ones.
That's good. Mine's Mario. Super Mario Bros. The one time you forgot that.
I did.
Yes.
Wait, what? Say that again?
The one time you forgot that.
I forgot it.
I mean, if I forgot it, how can I recall it to say? I mean, that one time I forgot to get the keys out of the garage door, and I took a bus to Rio de Janeiro, and my neighbor found it after half the day was over. That was a bad time.
You're out of turn.
Oh, right. Well, you said no. Ronnie said something, and then Mark's like, "What?" So it was my turn. Thanks.
Yeah, what was Mark's answer, I guess?
It was what?
What's going on here?
Okay, Lucas.
That one time I forgot what we were doing?
Yep. You're going to have to write Band in the Bay for that
we
one.
were doing, Kremen.
All right.
Um,
Do you have one, Mark?
yes,
Okay.
where I forgot my guitar going to church an hour away.
Ooh, acapella. You were rockapella that day.
Well, thankfully, somebody had a spare guitar.
Oh,
Yep.
that worked out. Pat or Ronnie, did you want to go back on your answer? Are you good with what you said?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm good as well.
Okay, great. Last one. I was this old when I realized that.
I was yesterday years old when I found out that Bethlehem means house of bread.
I was about 30 years old when I realized that the rules of life were just more like guidelines and not actual rules.
I was about 19 years old when I found out that Santa Claus in the song I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus was actually the dad.
I was... Oh, I'm really bad at this one. I was 34 years old when I discovered that it's not splitting image, it's spitting image.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to my mother-in-law, and I was like, man, they were the splitting image of them. She's like, what? I'm like, splitting image. Like when
Lactose and tolerant?
it's like mitosis. When they split, they're the same. It's splitting image. She's like, yeah, that's wrong. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, we have a quickfire from Dumb Spiro on Discord. Something new you have been doing during quarantine that you didn't expect.
WWE. I did not know I was going to get in WWE, and I am loving it.
Watching a ridiculous amount of true crime on Netflix. It's also Doom Spiro.
Sorry, Doom Spiro.
Because that's Elizabeth.
You're dumb, Lucas, for doing that.
Because that's Elizabeth.
I mean, I've never denied that I'm dumb. That is Elizabeth. You know what? I saw the emoji face earlier today, and I was like, Ronnie knows
You
this.
saw the smirking face, didn't you?
I saw the smirky face. I was like, he knows this person. And then I honestly, the first thought I had was Elizabeth. And I'm like, is this Elizabeth? But then I had no idea how to read the name. I was like, Dumb Spiro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm really glad you corrected me, though. I wish you would have done it off air beforehand. Elizabeth.
I wanted to be a surprise.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Nothing personal. Doom Sparrow. You got it. Sparrow. Doom Spiro. I'm going to have to practice that.
There you go.
All right. Doom Spiro. All right. Whose turn is it?
What was the question?
Something new you have been doing during quarantine that you
Corn
didn't
or
expect.
asparagus?
Don't do that.
After Effects?
Get me started.
Appearance? I don't know, because I really didn't have that much of a quarantine.
You really didn't. You can abstain.
Yeah,
You stopped
I'm
drinking.
recusing
Hey, it's
myself
still
from that
kind of
question.
quarantine. You stopped drinking soda.
Yep.
That's true.
There you go.
I got healthy and stuff.
That's right. And then I started to like Minecraft. And so I did not expect that. All right. Next one. We got a little bit more ways to go. Hope you're ready. Rogue Hoffa on Discord. Sweet or sour?
Sour.
Sweet.
Sweet. Best fast food.
Lon John Silver's.
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
That's gross. That's gross.
You're a disgrace. God.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, the Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I thought you were repeating.
That was my
your
answer,
answer
yes.
also. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna go with Chipotle. Favorite console?
Man. I don't know. I haven't really thought about what my favorite console is before. PS4. Sure.
Xbox.
N64.
I'm
PS4.
not going with that.
Best memory when you were a kid.
Oh my gosh.
What? Quickfire?
We really should have put up some criteria for this, huh?
When I was a kid, getting the NES.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Playing Pee Wee football.
Getting the N64.
Getting the PlayStation. Favorite nerd culture thing of all time.
Games.
Star
Nothing.
Wars. Everything.
Superheroes.
Shoot. It's all really good. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
just to do a different one. Lord of the Rings.
There you go.
Which were your dream? Which was your dream job when you were a kid? What was your dream job when you were a kid?
Astronaut, probably.
A police officer.
Cartoonist.
Indiana Jones. Archaeologist. I said archaeologist, but really I just want to be Indiana Jones. Which I'm going to change that for Ronnie when you asked the dream job. So Patrick, edit that in. Indiana Jones is my answer. All right.
You won't be doing that.
I know. Favorite band?
Nirvana.
Phew. Not that easy of a question.
Nope.
I do not have one.
He recuses himself. The Beatles.
Toby Mac. Running or swimming?
Swimming.
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 Oh, running. You guys are crazy. If you get too tired, you'll drown. Worst I can do is just lay down.
Depends on how deep the pool is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's true. Fair enough. How about running in a pool? That's fun. Not really. All right. Favorite super.
That sounds like a
awful.
nightmare.
It does. That sounds like something old people do. All right. Favorite superhero power.
Flying.
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 Mind powers. All of them. Telepathy.
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
You can't do that.
Why?
I don't know.
Professor X mind powers. It's the
Okay.
coolest. All right. Marvel or DC?
DC.
Marvel.
DC.
Marvel. Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
Lord of the Rings.
Harry Potter.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to go Lord of the Rings. Best TV series?
Friends.
The Office.
Batman the Animated Series.
And Friends. All right. That concludes Hoffa's. Now on to his wife, Mrs. Hoffa,
Oh my gosh.
Joanna. Feeling it, aren't you? This is called the Quickfire Marathon. All right. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Flying.
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 Mind powers. Tella everything. All right. How many apps are on your phone?
A lot.
I have a lot as well. Too many to count.
Mark's counting his right now.
6.
A plethora.
A plethora.
I have probably like 25, but I use like 4 of them. So,
I know.
do you have a bucket list? This is yes or no. How's it going?
No.
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 You do. You have lists for everything.
Yeah,
You
I'll
don't-
say yeah. That's true. I do have lists for everything. I have a bucket list buried somewhere. So yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Thanks for calling me out on that. I just can't remember where it is. Let's see. What is your favorite joke?
I can't say it on this podcast.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think I have a specific joke that is my favorite.
Yeah, I don't either.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting Cal.
Moo.
It's the worst joke.
It is the worst joke.
Goodness gracious.
Well, the other one I thought of was, what's the difference between an orange?
No one knows.
I don't get it.
Well, then that's that. That's all I can say.
Okay.
There's no answer. It's usually when people are like, and? I'm like, no, that's it. What's the difference between an orange? All right. No jokes then, huh? It's too late for that.
That is not a joke.
Yeah, it is.
Nope.
It's like your
A
face.
sentence fragment.
What's your favorite sentence fragment?
Exactly.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Real quick from Tim Pollen, we're gonna sneak in one of his. What is your favorite appetizer and why is it nachos?
Wings.
Potato skins.
Mozzarella sticks.
Oh, man, that is a good one.
Pretzel sticks.
You already
Pretzel
said
sticks.
you can't double up.
Bread.
Pretzel sticks.
Anything.
Pretzel
anything
sticks is not an
before the meal.
appetizer.
Just say it and you win.
Nachos. All right. I have Quickfires also, but we've run out of time, so I'm gonna say mine. Next week.
I have one.
You have one what? Wait,
I have one.
did you do? You have a Quickfire too. We haven't even done
one
yours, have we?
Quickfire.
Have we?
No, I'll just do one. I'll just do one of them.
All right, you do one.
Paul Walker or Dominic Toretto.
Wait, why did you name the actor and then not the
Oh dang, I did.
It's like
real life person or fictional character?
a real life
going
person
back
that's
to-
died, or a
Going back to what Ronnie said earlier. He's only one role.
He
That's
only
true.
has one
Dominic
character.
Toretto.
That's true.
He only plays one character.
I am going to answer potentially controversial and say I do not think either of them are very good actors.
Somewhat fair. I personally like Paul Walker, though.
Yeah, I'll go with Paul Walker too.
Me too. That's all I have. I have more, but
I'm gonna do just one of mine too. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at keeping secrets?
Is 10 being really good?
Yeah, 10. Sorry, yeah, 1 is terrible. 10 is really good.
10.
About a 3.5.
At least he's honest about it.
Yep.
9.
Yeah, because of my wife, I'm gonna say 9.
Ooh, good call. 9 for me.
It's like, hey, someone
Peddling it
told me
back.
something. I'm gonna like change the names.
That's like a rule.
That's
you always,
yeah,
you'd
that-
always
that's-
tell your wife.
That's different. That's like a steel curtain you have within your relationship.
Exactly.
Right,
That doesn't
but
count.
a secret is still a secret, so it does count.
Mine's higher than a
So
3.5. Then hopefully, if she's listening,
Yeah,
hopefully
mine-
if she's listening to this, it's higher than a 3.5. I swear, Elizabeth.
So like months ago, my wife's like, "Oh, so and so just told me they were pregnant. She told me not to tell anyone, but I'm telling you." So
Yeah.
that's
You don't tell
that's
anyone.
It.
And
Yeah.
you just
I'm like, I don't.
you just told us what's her name.
No way. Oh, her name is Carrie.
Okay.
But this was like 9 months ago.
Oh, okay. Hey, congratulations, Carrie. Fantastic. I'll save my I have some good scale of 1 to 10 quick fires we'll do later. And Patrick, you can save some of yours for later. We'll pepper them in future episodes.
Perfect.
All right. With that, that's it. That's all for this quick fire quest and lightning laced round of quasi questions that we
Quasi?
just
Crazy.
quasi the quasiness.
We hunting wabbits.
We did hunt them wabbits. If you would like to, for some reason, connect with us beyond listening. I mean, if you want to talk the appearance of corn and asparagus before or after, you can find us on all kinds of places, like on Twitter at the GMG Podcast. You can find us on Discord, links in the Twitter profile or the show notes. You can do old school email, thegoodmorningguys@gmail.com. If you want to call us, 929-GMG-GUYS, to leave a message, ask a question, and simply let your voice be heard. You can also do that. Speaking of what should be heard, Mark, what are the latest song additions to the GMG music playlist that any and all can hear on Spotify and Apple Music?
All right, so obviously we've been talking about, rapid fire questions, quick fire questions, lightning round questions, whatever you'd like to call it. And so obviously all the songs that we are adding to the playlist this week have something to do with like speed or fast or lightning, something like that. So the first song that I'm adding is the Rolling Stones' Jumpin' Jack Flash. The second song that we're adding to it is Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road. And the third song, and the 250th song added to the playlist, is Queen's Don't Stop Me Now.
Don't stop me now.
Having a good time.
It's good stuff.
So, those are the additions, and I hope they help you get your good morning on.
Fantastic. All right. Well, besides the good old weekly GMG music playlist, we are continuing to pull together the GMG video game top 100 list that we will rank and reveal after some very scientific voting by around episode 125. In preparation for that, every week we each bring a game to add to the list that we're just going to throw out there and add to the list, as I already said twice. I'm going to add Metal Gear Solid 5. How about you, Patrick?
ESPN NFL 2K5.
Nice. Ronnie?
I'm gonna add WCW NWO Revenge.
Ooh,
Good choice.
nice. And Marc Boucher.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Classic. Fantastic. We right now we're just throwing them out there, so especially when it's at the end of the show, we're like, we don't have time to talk about it. But we will talk about it later on when we go through the list and hit some of the highlights. So next week, Ronnie, you have the topic, and you will also be hosting.
All right.
With that, Mark, Pat, Ronnie J, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless your lives as you live as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.